Hi guys, welcome to Digital Tech Geeks. In today's video, we are going to see how to install Visual Studio Code in Windows. Any version of Windows. So to install the Visual Studio Code, first of all, you need to open your any favorite internet browser. I like to use Google Chrome, and then search for VS Code in the browser. And then the first website that comes is code.visualstudio.com. Now enter in the website. So before downloading the Visual Studio Code, would like to give some introduction and tell you something about Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code is a Microsoft product. It is comes under MIT license, so we can use it openly in our personal and commercial uses, but it has a limited uses. Now, what it does, it is used as a source code editor or text editor. It It has many features just like source code highlighting, syntax highlighting, intelligent code completion, code snippets, and code refactoring. We can also debug the code using this, and it also supports opening of terminal in our inside of it. So we don't need to open terminal separately just to work on terminals. So now start downloading it. Just click on code services to do code. Now here we can is the front page of the Visual Studio Code. Now here we can see the download option. Just click on it and we see the various options from which machine we are wanted to download the Visual Studio Code. Now we going to download for Windows 11. Now what we have to do is click on Windows icon and then it will start downloading. Your download will start automatically after some time, few seconds. Oh, now it start downloading. It will take some time, and if you scroll down it will show us the various extensions that can be used in the Visual Studio Code. It supports the extension for Python, Jupyter, C++, Python, and it has many more extensions which supports and help us to write code faster and easily. Now I'll pause the video for some time because it's going to take some time. Now download is completed. Now we can start installing it. Just click on the here, or you can just click here and click on show in folder. It will display the location where it is downloaded. Now click on it. Now in a few moments it's going to start downloading. Oops, I already opened up a window of it, so don't worry, just go to downloads and then click on this. After clicking on the icon, then Visual Studio Code setup will installation menu will open. Now here is the license for Visual Studio Code. You can go and read all the complete license agreement. Then simply click on I accept the agreement. And now what does this agreement says? It just simply says you can use any number of copies of the license. It is free to use in your personal use and many other things. Just like you can go ahead and read all this license agreement. Then click on I accept the agreement. Then click next. Then it will ask you for the directory where you want to install this Visual Studio Code. Mm, I prefer to install in C default location. Click on next. Now I already installed the Visual Studio Code before, so it is saying that you already have an folder with name of Microsoft VS Code. So would you like to install in the same directory? I simply say yes. Then click on next. Then it will says that here it says that this will create an Visual Studio Code shortcut in our programs, just like here in your program menu. Here it will going to create a shortcut for Visual Studio Code. Just simply click on next. If you don't want to create on a shortcut there in a programs menu, then click here. Then it will not going to create an shortcut in your start menu. Just then click on next. Then it shows various additional options here. Now first one will says that it will, if you check this one, then it will create a shortcut on your desktop. Visual Studio Code shortcut icon on your desktop. If you and it has some addition features, just like the first one. If you choose this one, then it will add an open with code action in your Windows Explorer's file context menu. What does it means that after installing that, I'm going to show you what does it means. And now second option says that it also adds an open with code action in your files Windows Explorer's directory context menu. And now the third one says that it can register the Visual Studio Code as an editor for spotted file types. What does it means? That it simply add the Visual Studio Code in our editor. Whichever file is spotted as Visual Studio Code can directly be opened in Visual Studio Code by double clicking on it. Means all spotted files default text editor or source code editor becomes our Visual Studio Code. If you don't want this, then click remove it. And now fourth one says that it can add the Visual Studio Code in our machine's path environment variables simply. So we are going to leave it unticked for the time being. Now click on next. Now just simply click on install button, and now it will start installing it. It will take some time. Till then I pause my video. Now our installation is complete. Now we can click on finish. If we click on this button, then it will launch the Visual Studio Code after clicking on finish button. Now we can uncheck it and click on finish. Now what does the all options that we can see there, just open an action in our Windows File Explorer, context menu, and all other these four options we can see there. Just we can go through these buttons quickly. Now what does that means is that if we can click on any folder, and we can see an option around there, just open with code option in our context menu. If you can click on this, then it will open the that particular folder in Visual Studio Code. uh, yeah, it is asking that you are trusting that particular folder or through that folder. You can just trust the author of all files and these parent folders. If we check on this button, then it will don't ask us again if we open any other file inside of that particular folder. And click on yes, I trust the author. Now just you can, as you can see there, it opens the context folder in Visual Studio Code. Here is the context folder, and whatever inside of it is seen here, just like that. Now it is a Visual Studio Code. Now what does the another option means? Action in your programs. That means is that you can click on here, and on any particular any file that you want to open in Visual Studio Code, any folder or file. Just like if you click on this particular text file, and then here you can also see your open with code option in your context menu. It does the same, just like prior one. You can see it opens the particular text file in your code editor, Visual Studio Code. Here is the Visual Studio Code. Now Visual Studio Code has pretty much many features. You can say that it has a lot much of features in this. Now I can give a quickly demo of what it is capable of. Now if we can open this folder in Visual Studio Code, and here it opens the folder. If you want to create any file inside of that folder, then you can simply click on this button, new file, and then type the name of file. Just give it an test2.html. Just make an HTML file around here. Just it created an HTML file in that particular folder. If you also wanted to create any folder inside of that folder, then you will click on this button. Then it will create an folder. Name it whatever you want. I give it an test3. Now it creates a test3 named folder. And you can click on this particular folder and click on this file, then it will create a file inside that test3 folder. And if you click on this one, then it will create another folder inside that test3 folder, and so on. Now what it is Visual Studio Code is capable of. Now you can see that I have opened an test2.html file. If you can click here, if you can type simply here HTML colon 5 and press enter, you can see it can provide it directly provide us some boilerplate code, or you can say that previously cooked code. So we now we can simply start writing our logic without worrying about that we have to write the complete syntax of that particular HTML. Then we have it will take some time, so it will just simply save us some time. Now if you can see that it also supports code highlighting, syntax highlighting I'm talking about earlier. Just if I wanted to create an h heading tag, then if I just simply click on h1, then just it shows various features that is available in HTML that starts with H. All the features I can see around here, tags and elements I see here. If I want an H1 tag heading, if I click on that, then just simply create an H1 tag for us. So you can see it is too much powerful to work on Visual Studio Code, and we can and it has a lot much more of features. Don't worry about all of the features. I'm going to make another video on various features of Visual Studio Code. Now this is just an demo how much powerful is Visual Studio Code.